Oh, wow. That's awesome.
We've had a very good couple days. So, but then it'll all be over and I can finally stop. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to not go online for like a week. Did you guys
deactivate your Facebook account?
Yeah, no, I won't do that because I've made so much money on the Kickstarter with it that I'll never delete Facebook. But it's just, man, I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of I just feel like such a burden.
You know, if this comic thing doesn't work out for you, you could always get a job with PBS.
Yeah, right. It's like the pledge driver.
Oh, absolutely.
Do it.
My favorite time of year when they ruin all my radio programs.
I love the pledge drive. But you know what, though? I'm into the pledge drive. I mean, like, because you know how ESPN radio does that, like, Jimmy V thing?
It's the worst.
Like, I hate it because I just – and I know it's for a good cause and everything.
I know.
But, like, I just hate it. Like, if ESPN wanted to give money to the Jim Valvano Foundation, they could just stroke a check and just be like, there you go.
It'd be so easy.
Yeah.
It'd be more than they could raise.
And
if they did it for a whole week, they could give 1/10 of 1% of what they make in a year, and it would surpass that amount.
Yeah, and the only reason why they do it is because it's the day after the All-Star game and there's no other sports on. Yeah. There's nothing to talk about. Like, it's strictly a programming decision.
At least let Levitard do his show. He doesn't talk about sports.
I know.
Timely sports events to have a show.
He doesn't. I always get mad. Is this kind of a matching thing, or how does this charity thing work for you?
I don't know.
This ESPN thing.
They put things on eBay and stuff that you can bid on and stuff, and it's
like
just,
experiences. Like if you want to come on a show or go golfing with sports celebrities or something like that.
I can get behind that.
Have them touch a pee-pee.
But I don't know if ESPN or Disney matches how much they raise. I imagine they would. That'd be pretty bad.
That's the one I always I feel creepy about that. For every box of Tide you buy, Procter & Gamble will donate $1 to help cancer babies. And you're like, holy shit. I mean, I should go buy this so you'll donate $1.
Don't. We're killing all the babies.
Yeah, it's like you're anticipating giving a certain amount. Why don't you just give that amount? Because now if you don't
you have to buy the Tide Pods
or else eat them. If you don't buy the Tide Pods, we'll feed them to children.
Our promotional director is the Joker, and he's planted a bomb inside every NICU across America if you don't buy enough Tide Pods.
It's I don't know. Just donate the money. God damn it, donate the money.
Just do it.
Stop extorting me.
You'll all be dead. Dead, I say.
Thank God I hate children.
Dead. Well, if you hate children, then this episode's right up your alley because Worf kills a bunch of them.
This is one of the ones I've only seen once besides today. So it's definitely, this was okay.
Now, staying on the ESPN shtick, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The guy who was playing the Klingon, what was the name they gave him throughout the episode?
A Klingon name?
The Advocate? Chapok, but he was an
Chapok
advocate,
Shakur?
Right? Yeah, Chapok Shakur, the Klingon.
Yeah. Ron Canada.
Didn't he remind you, at least maybe it's just me, but he was like a Klingon Stephen A. Smith?
Like he looked a little like Stephen A. Smith.
Like if
he actually reminded me more of Slide from the Thundercats.
I got that one too. I was getting like a Stephen A. Smith, a Slide from the Thundercats, and like a CeeLo Green vibe off of him. Like if CeeLo Green was a Klingon, like that would be him, right?
Yeah.
I see you riding around town blowing up them ships, and I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, I looked him up because I didn't believe that was his real name, but apparently
Ron Canada.
Yeah.
I want to say
Ron Mexico and now Ron Canada.
I want to say we've seen
cousins.
I want to say we've seen Ron Canada in a few other Star Trek episodes, right?
He was in TNG because I looked him up too. He was in the Masterpiece Society, although I read the description of that episode and I don't really remember it.
Isn't that weird? Because you've seen it like 1,000 times.
It's a season 5 episode too. Like,
and it's like, no, I don't remember.
I've seen every TNG episode at least 5 or 6 times, and I'm like, The name sounds familiar. You know, the episode title sounds familiar, but
it sounds
it's
like a TNG episode title.
Yeah,
that's for
but
sure.
It's like, what is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What's it about?
It is about while the
this colony of people who separated themselves to be genetically superior are threatened by a piece of star flying towards their planet.
Aren't they mad at LaForge because he wears the visor or something something?
Well, like they would have, like he feels bad because they would have killed him when he was born because he was blind, and they don't accept those genetic imperfections.
That sounds familiar.
This is like 3-4 different episodes.
Yeah, that's why it's so hard to remember a lot of TNG episodes because a lot of them are so similar.
And 5th season is when they were starting to kind of, you know.
Oh, 5th season was like, that's when they were just pumping out great episode after great episode.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what Ron Moore said during that chapter of the book. He was just talking about the TNG memories, and they're just like, oh, 5th and 6th season, we really got our stride. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, every episode's great, you know. Yeah. Then 6th season, they just started pumping the brakes. 7th season, they were like, you know what? We got the movies coming up. Let's just save some of the really good stuff. Now, before we get started, I think, or you know what? We could do it afterwards. We'll record, and then I'll record a little bit after.
I think we should do a Patreon thing for the thing that happened this weekend.
For the thing that happened this weekend? Now, I want to ask you guys another question. Did you happen to see the new video intro that I created?
No, there's a video intro.
Let me show it to you.
Oh, ooh.
I've been playing a lot with the, what's it called there with the things?
MS Paint?
No, with a little bit more advanced than MS Paint.
Oh,
but not much more, mind you.
Okay. GIMP.
For the Patreons, the videos.
Oh, okay. So, toaster, was it the flying toaster thing? After Effects.
Yeah. I just use iMovie because I don't have anything super fancy yet. Come on. Oh, that's right. I got to do this. The device thing. It may take up to 5 minutes. What the fuck? Because again, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll show it to you on YouTube. I made the mistake of updating my operating system and all my passwords are still gone. So it's been a real pain in the balls.
Dude, I would really suggest we talk to one of the password managers out there and get a sponsorship, and then we could just advertise them. And,
golly.
We're sending a reset link to your email. Well, I don't know my email password.
What are you guys doing? It's just a web. It's a web I'll never be able to crack. What am I doing here?
Just got to start over.
What's the name of this episode? You've got to start a whole new identity.
Rules of Engagement. ROE, Rules of Engagement.
Which sounds like a 90s military drama movie, and that's kind of what this is.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
There was a movie called Rules of Engagement, and it was John Travolta.
There was.
You're right.
Yeah, there was. Pat, yeah. Was it? Yeah, it was
Travolta?
John. Yeah, I think it was. I think you're right. Rules of Engagement. And there's also that dumb David Spade show.
Oh. Yeah. That was on for a long time.
Right.
Another CBS banger.
CBS banger.
So would that show be available with my CBS All Access package?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yes, it would.
Do you still have it?
No. I'm waiting until
December.
Well, I'm waiting until there's Star Trek, Twilight Zone, Star Trek, yet to be named series, and that way we just get a full year of something. Because I always want to look at the Discovery reruns.
Yeah, they're releasing it on DVD. I saw.
Oh, well, that's good. So it can easily be pirated that way. Good deal.
I'd rather have like a digital purchase.
Yeah, me too. I'd rather have a digital purpose for it, but at least if it's on DVD, then people can bitch about it not being behind a paywall, I guess, and then they will get mad because then they got to wait to watch the next show, right?
Get it on DVD from your local library once it hits there, and watch it for free, and then shut your bitching mouth up about the paywall.
See that bonus features and deleted scenes.
Yeah.
Yep, for free.
And let me fart in your face.
Yeah,
for free.
For free. All right, so this is the 90th episode. Wow. That means we're about the halfway point, right? Like,
There's 175 or 176 episodes of DS9.
Wow. So we've come a long way, baby.
We've been doing DS9 for 2 years, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like it though, does it?
Has it?
No.
I guess I can check. Hang on.
Well, if we did it once a week, that would be 52 episodes a year.
Yeah, but we don't.
But I know we skip weeks in between,
Yeah.
so it's about 2 years.
Let me check.
Because I've been in this apartment since before I had these blue curtains that replaced the red curtains.
Your curtains.
Yeah.
I like curtains.
I have,
Bob, where are you? Are you in your daughter's room?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I am in Sophie's room because my mom is in town and she's downstairs and the kids are having a sleepover with Mimo.
Aw.
Nice.
So they're all downstairs doing that. And then
It's a very cute room.
Yeah, it is. She's got a nice little room. We're going to redo it though because she wants a big kid room. So we're going to for her 8th birthday, we're going to get her like a loft bed. Like we're going to build her a loft bed and paint and stuff. So we're going to be doing that soon. But yeah, it works. Her room's fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
She wants the color scheme to look like like a standard junior officer's room.
Yes,
on
that's what she's
Enterprise.
going for. All right, we started Deep Space Nine March 3rd, 2016.
Oh, so over 2 years
wow.
now.
So we've been
Jesus Christ.
Almost 2.5 years.
Yeah, so we've been doing for a long, long time.
That was 3 televisions ago for me.
Yeah,
This is such a different world back then.
It was. It was. This is episode 2.
Still had hope for the future.
We did. No, but you know what though? I do have hope for the future because I feel like it's getting closer to the Star Trek future.
You got to go through World War III to get there.
You got to destroy everything to get to where we're going. This is episode 288, and I. You know what? I know this sounds weird, but every day as I watch and watch and watch more and more Star Trek, I love it more and more. Do you guys like my connection to the material and just being a fan? Like, I feel like I love Star Trek more and more every day. It's so odd. Ben's like, yes, I can't love it anymore. I never will.
I know. I was where you guys are, I guess, 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as far as like hours viewed. And so now I'm on that decline where I'm the old man that's just tired of living and I'm just waiting for the end.
Yeah.
Or you're like that guy that watches the really weird porn because you've been watching porn for so long. You're just immune to it.
I need, she has to be Filipina, an African American. She needs to be wearing clown makeup
and maybe
a red wig.
And maybe die at the end. And dying at the end. They got to murder her.
There needs to be a monkey not involved in the actual sex, just sitting off to the side watching. Right. And possibly talking to a chimpanzee. And like yelling back and forth while the young lady wears a what the kids call a strap on. And she just pounds out this obese white guy who is also wearing clown makeup, but he's wearing happy clown makeup and she's wearing sad clown makeup. That's my kink.
Good. That's good. All right, I'm into that.
I feel like you've seen this video, Ben.
I may have actually written the script for this.
Yes, I was going to say, or you directed it.
It's going into production next month.
Why do you think I have the curtains? It's an actual stage performance here at the Horn Theater.
These days it's all about those secondary means of income. Some people do Uber, some people do Lyft, some people shoot porns in their apartments.
I believe they call it a side hustle on ESPN. You got to get a side hustle.
Yes.
I've mentioned
It's
writing.
just a cool way to say second job because you can't afford to live on one job anymore.
Yeah, because wages are so stagnant
and so low, but the economy's going up. I got into this argument with my mom, but the stock market. I was like, that's not the economy. That's the stock market. It's
That's great if you're rich.
Yeah. I was like, they're just buying stock. It's the stock market. It's the economy. I was like, no, Mom.
Yeah, you know why the stock market would be great if I had bought that Apple stock at $8 a share back in 1998. 1,000 shares that because of the stock splits would have been 28,000 shares now. And the last time I checked earlier this week would have been worth $5.8 million.
Wow, that's on you, buddy.
For an $8,000 investment. So yeah, all about the stock market. I'm doing great. Just yeah.
Sorry, Ben.
Isn't Apple about to be $1 trillion company?
Already is.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it hit that earlier this week.
I'm on an
Good
Apple.
for them.
I'm on an Apple
Sons of
machine
bitches.
right now. And then LeBron James is out giving away money, and he's not even close to. He's just a good guy. Like,
no, he's not a good guy. He's doing it to.
You know why? Because he's a Laker baby.
and the president thinks he's a douche. Like, what?
Yeah, he's just showing off. You know.
I think these guys are paying the president to say bad shit about him just so it improves their public image. You know.
You know what? I think he's so far on the take that it's not completely ridiculous. Fine, I'll take it. Yes.
I would love for that to be the scandal that brings him down.
Yes, he's just saying dicky things about people for blackmail. Yes, that's fine. I'll take it. Good. Yes.
Yes.
That's one tweet that'll cost you $100,000 for me being a dick to you. Yes. So anywho, this episode, I don't want to say it's like a one beat song, but it kind of is.
Mm-hmm. Well, it kind of needs to be.
Yeah, it's very simple. Like there's no B story.
It's like, I mean, it's a like the drumhead or like a lot of those other courtroom drama Star Trek episodes.
What is it? The man, the stupid one about
Measure of a Man.
The Measure. I don't mean stupid because it's a great episode, but it's that you know.
See, I really liked the technique that they used in this storytelling.
With the guys talking to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that you're breaking the fourth wall, but you're not. You know,
like Ferris Bueller washing his genitals right now.
Yeah, but because they're not talking to us, they're not talking to the audience, they're talking to the people in the courtroom.
Yeah.
But they're looking right at the camera doing it.
Yeah. It's like they're in a rap video.
Yeah. There was
rapping along while all the action's happening.
Yo, son.
What was it? LeVar Burton directed this episode.
Well, that's why.
Yeah.
And so, well, no, it was. He said that when he got the script and he saw what the writers were, trying to put across, that he loved the idea, but the writers came up with the whole.
Well,
I guess was it a Harvey Keitel movie they saw or something?
No, I don't know. Well,
that used this technique.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but LeVar Burton and Hype Williams are really good friends. Hype Williams used to direct all the rap videos back in the day. Like that was him. Like he did that, like all the Puffy and Mace videos. So they were really close and they were like, yo, Hype, what would you do for this Star Trek episode? He's like, well, how about I direct the Star Trek episode and you direct Victory by Puff Daddy, Biggie Smalls, and Busta Rhymes. And LeVar was like, all right, cool. And they switched. Yeah.
Is it like twins?
Yeah, it's like twins.
Switch places for classes and stuff?
People don't know LeVar Burton has a long history with music videos because he was in the cameo video for Word Up back in the day, playing the detective who was chasing Larry Troutman.
Now what's the word? That's one of my favorite songs.
It was one of my early favorites.
Yeah, I
love Cameo.
They're really good. I mean, they wore jock straps.
It's like candy.
They were
actually cod pieces.
That's what I'm saying.
Hard pieces of plastic.
Yeah. They wore amazing cod pieces. Here, look, I got the video right here.
I loved it queued up that fast.
Yeah, dude.
It's like you didn't look it up for this episode. You were just like, oh nope, here it is.
There he is. Look,
LeVar Burton.
Yep.
The man, the myth, the legend.
You guys probably can't hear it.
No, we can't.
No. But it's still cool. Look at his mustache. That thing's pencil thin.
Our friend.
Boom, boom, boom. Look at his cod piece.
Larry Troutman.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
Look at its cod piece.
Ow. A Word Up.
This song's great. Oh, look at him dancing. I didn't know.
So when
LeVar's a man of many talents.
He is.
Everybody's all around the world.
Well, see,
where did the story is so tell all the boys and girls? Tell your brother, your sister, and your mama too.
How come the cod piece hasn't come back? Let's bring that back.
Yeah.
Let's bring back the cod piece. At my next con appearance, as opposed to wearing an ascot, I'm going to wear a giant red cod piece and a sweatsuit and be like, I'm cosplaying Cameo. And they'll be like, what the fuck?
You can get a box haircut.
Yeah, dude, it'll be dope. All you real pretty ladies all around.
It's like candy. They really leaned into the cod piece in that candy video too, because they had it swinging. Oh no, wait!
Dennis.
It was the back and forth video because they had the cod piece. Like whenever they want to change scenes, like George Lucas uses like the
wipe,
the soft wipes and
Yes.
stuff. They use the cod piece swinging across the screen to change scenes.
No bullshit, really?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
See, I would have preferred.
Look up the video for back and forth.
All right, I will. And the thing is, though, like if it's a cod piece, there's a dick in it, so they're just wiping the screen with the dick.
Yeah, dick wipe.
Dick wipe. I wonder if that is a feature on
iMovie.
The dick wipe.
As we go to the next scene. Dick wipe.
Yeah, man. Cameo. I didn't know. I forgot LeVar Burton was in that video. He again, to harken back to Puffy, he's one of those dudes. Like there's Puffy, there's Jamie Foxx, and LeVar Burton. They don't look the same without wearing like eye accessories. Like I can only picture them wearing like eye accessories because that's how I know them. Like when I see
Kunta Kinte getting whipped wearing
it doesn't make sense.
A visor.
He needs his visor. It doesn't work.
See, and that's the crazy thing though, because LeVar Burton has like super expressive eyes.
I know.
See him in roles where he's not Geordie.
Can you imagine though if TNG he didn't wear it, he'd be too damn handsome.
Yeah, he'd get all the tail.
They had to have Riker be the baby face if they had Geordie up in there.
Yeah, because it didn't fit the role of him not being able to get the wang dang sweet poontang, because he'd be like, he's a fine ass black man.
Yeah,
we have to handicap him so that white America can deal with his sexuality.
All these white women passing out.
Don't worry, America, he's blind.
Yeah, see, don't worry, white man. He will not take your women because he can't see.
Just flick his visor from his face and he's helpless. Feel empowered with your tiny white peni.
Your tiny white peanut. And Ben, it's like you're reading my mind.
Our love goes back and forth and forth, back and back.
See, I know that is.
I love Cameo.
I know that is the Wu-Tang song. I was unaware that was a Cameo thing.
Yeah.
As we go back. See, oh, there you go. I learned something new every day.
That's what the listeners benefit from.
Like for the longest time,
I think of that Word Up video often. That's how much of an impact it had on my life.
I think of that Word Up video often.
At the end, he ends up handcuffed to, I guess it's supposed to be a transvestite, but
I think of that Word Up video often. Like I've never heard anyone say that, but
I just sit back and smile.
I'm so excited. Like, so I guess Word Up is your party all the time, because I think of party all the time and it makes me so happy. Like I just so much joy, and I'll go through like a phase where I'll turn it on Spotify and listen to it like 10 times in a row. I'm like, this is the best half an hour I've ever spent.
Yeah. There was this what was it, Friday night videos or something like that came on.
Yeah.
Like we would record that on VHS.
Oh,
and the third video on the VHS that we had was Cameo's Word Up. And so I would fast forward to that and play that first.
Did you ever, get so used to like either a TV movie that you've, recorded on VHS or one of these music videos that the sequence of the music videos, like you remember, that's the order that they're supposed to be played in.
Yeah, like whenever I hear Word Up, I want to hear Jodie Watley next.
Don't you want me?
And then the Jets, Eddie Money with what's her name, Ronnie.
Be my little baby.
Yeah, that one.
That's Take Me Home Tonight.
Take Me Home Tonight. Yeah. What was her name? Ronnie.
Ron. Yeah, you're good enough. That's all you.
Ronnie Canada.
Yes, Ron Canada. Yes, it was Ron Canada. But apparently, in this episode, back to Ron Canada, there was an incident where Worf Dunn blew up a ship.
A civilian ship.
A civilian ship full of Klingons, because apparently this ship ventured off course and just decloaked in the middle of a battlefield.
Yeah.
And
like the beginning, the episode begins, he's having like this fever dream. And it made me worried, because every time there's like a dream in TNG, it's always like some weird alien is putting dreams in people's heads.
You done brought them TNG dreams over to DS9 with you.
I thought he was having a data dream or something, but Thankfully, that wasn't what the episode was
There's going to be
about.
like a weird blacksmith who shows up who's going to start making things. And then all of a sudden, like Picard's Meemaw is going to show up. Meemaw! Yeah. He's like, what are you doing? I don't know you. What are you doing in my fever dream?
Drink with honor.
It said this was a dream episode, so I always have to kind of show up for those. I don't know what I'm doing here
He
either.
just hacks her to pieces with his bat.
But yeah, so I was a little nervous too, and I was like, "Oh no!" But then we kind of got right down to it, and it was good. Like it was, it's pretty straightforward. You got the
Vulcan judge.
Yeah. The uniforms look real dope.
Yep, those are
they did.
Uniforms. Yeah.
The dress looks sweet. I like the pips way over on the shoulder. That was a cool look. I like the gold lame that goes to.
See, I was curious what uniform he was supposed to be wearing when he woke up from the dream. And it's another one of those magical, it's a one-piece jumpsuit, but you can take the top off.
Yeah. Because I guess he's in jail, like, right? He's a prisoner or something at this point?
He's in the holding cell.
Yeah. But I mean, like all right. And then like they're going on trial. This advocate comes who wants to take Worf back to the Klingon Empire because he killed all these innocent civilians and they want to try him in a Klingon court. So this is like an extradition, if you will.
Yep.
And so Starfleet is going to decide whether or not to let them take Worf. But I mean, like, if you're Starfleet, you kind of have to know the history of the Moog family and the Klingon Empire, right? So you kind of know that all this is bullshit. Like it's all just a clever ruse to get Worf.
Well, there's more to it than just getting Worf, though. I mean, because the advocate later on kind of explains that, once we do this, you're going to be so tied up with the PR shit that we'll be able to make some moves against you.
Yeah, so I mean, like they're clearly, I thought in like the first 5 minutes they laid out the Klingon strategy here. Like, we get him. We're gonna be sympathetic. People are gonna.
And then we get the Pentast system, yo.
We get the Pentast system. We're gonna invade the station. We're gonna take that over too. So like, I thought like they just laid it out right there. Like, Worf clearly didn't do this. This is all just a bullshit PR stunt. This is like the USS Maine blowing up to get the U.S. into the Spanish-American War, right? Like it's all just malarkey. Did I get that? Did I get that history right?
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds yes.
Nobody knows, so it's fine.
Yellow journalism at its finest.
Yeah.
Like, remember the Maine? That's right. Yeah.
Fake news.
Fake news. I just want to see if I put.
It's all right if it's alternative facts.
History. Put that history degree to good use.
No, you're correct.
I was. Sank in Havana. Yep, there you go. Boom.
But was it fake? Was it a false flag?
Oh no! The boiler blew up.
Yeah, but they said it was
with a boiler. But they were like, the Spanish killed the soldiers and sailors on the Maine.
Because I thought
the Maine and Spain started a war.
Klingon CeeLo Green kind of laid it out right in the beginning. And you're like, okay, this is all bullshit.
Yep. Well, he said, it wasn't. Yeah, he blew it up, and we're just going to take this as an opportunity. We're going to take advantage of your officer fucking up.
What I find more interesting about this is, why do civilian transport ships have cloaking devices on them?
That was why are civilian ships running with cloak?
Yeah, I don't get that either.
That's a little weird.
Yeah.
A lot of this is odd. And like,
But nobody questioned that. That was never, it's like, well, yeah, it's a Klingon ship. They're going to be cloaked. They just do that.
And why do we not just go on Worf's record of being in the Federation? I mean, being a Starfleet officer for 20 years or whatever like that. We're like, yeah, he's never really done anything like this before. This is clearly like bullshit. This was a clever ruse by the Klingon.
Although he did try to kill his brother earlier in the season.
Yeah, but that was a ritualistic
he might be
honor killing. And this is none of your concern.
This is a family matter. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
Who knows? Maybe all those people on the transport ship wanted to commit suicide honorably.
They were all cousins.
Yeah.
Well, apparently that's kind of what happened, right?
They all flew in there going, kapla!
Whoa!
Going to vacation to the Pentoth system with honor.
And then like we go through the trial and we get to hear Quark and we get to hear Dax talk about what's happening and Worf's character and stuff. And like, is it just me? But Dax looks really hot in these simulations where her and Worf are like fighting, right? Like,
and she was the first one to break the fourth wall, wasn't she?
Yeah. And at first I was like, what is she doing? And I was like, why do I have a boner?
It was like, she's talking.
It was very reminiscent of when he was fighting his wife in TNG. Like
yeah.
When they conceived Alexander.
Well, I mean, spoilers. Right?
Knows, man.
Spoilers. They get married.
I thought it was spoilers. She ends up getting killed because of him, just like his first.
I didn't know that.
No, I thought that was the spoiler.
No, I thought they get married.
Now it is, Ben. Thanks.
Yeah, way to go. I knew that she died.
So Gowron kills her, and then we get a new emperor.
I knew that she died. I just didn't know how she died. You know,
in childbirth.
Because I specifically, because the Klingon baby, she doesn't have two vaginas to support its ridges. No, I specifically.
She accidentally pushed out the worm instead of the Klingon baby. Died.
Oh shit! That's
Wrong
not good.
One.
Curzon. No, because I specifically skipped that episode because I knew it was coming up when I did my watch of it on Heroes and Icons.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of where Dax is going to eat it. Like because it was at the end and I was like, all right, I'm going to stop watching for a couple nights. So I stopped just so I didn't see it because I wanted to be surprised.
She lost the baby.
She fucking shit the baby out and died.
Yeah. It's tragic. It's a story as old as time.
Copplaw. And then they replace her with like a new Dax who's not as good.
It's New Dax City.
Yeah, I don't like New Dax City, and she banged.
It wasn't fair to that actress, really. She got like half a season to establish herself on the show,
and then she bangs Julian at some point. Yeah.
Oh,
so now there's this.
You finally got that Dax.
Yeah.
There's this weird Eskimo brothers situation going on where Riker and Worf via Troy, and then Worf and Julian via Dax.
The Trill, yeah.
By the symbiote. So then does that make Bashir and Riker like Eskimo brothers?
I mean, let's be honest. Almost anybody is Riker's Eskimo brother.
Yeah, Riker actually fucked the worm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like he just stuck it on his penis as like a joke and then kind of liked it and just came in it. Much to the worm's chagrin.
Sorry about that, Curzon. Here you go.
Oh, God.
That was Dax. Curzon was the old guy that's dead.
Yeah. No, this was before he died.
Oh.
Yeah. Because, like, they were at a party together, and Curzon was like, hey, you want to see something cool? And, like, trying to pull the worm out of his anus. And then Riker was like, I'm going to put my dick in that.
Back when Riker was on that Klingon ship.
Yeah.
Like, they did the exchange program or whatever. That's when he met Curzon the first time. And then he fucked his worm.
Well, now, see, to be fair, though, he did have a symbiote inside of him. At one time,
yeah.
That's the episode with Beverly.
Dude, that's right. I totally forgot that episode.
Yeah. Did he bang Beverly in that one?
I know they made out a few times.
That's our canon, right?
Yeah,
that's I think Dork Trick canon is yes. That totally happened.
So him and Picard, Eskimo brothers.
That episode was just on too, and then Beverly got all weird because like the symbiote went into a lady, and she was like, "Ew, fuck you." That's gross.
I only bump clams with Troy.
And that's how the episode ended. She was like, fuck no. Dun, 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 dun.
I thought it was miss me with that gay shit. And then
she's like, yo, I'm not gay.
Fuck you gays.
That was their diversity episode for
their episode. It actually ended with Beverly going, you're an abomination against Christ. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. A very strange ending to a Star Trek episode. They kind of went off message there.
Yeah.
That was the fourth time that year that Roddenberry just kind of did a little flip in the grave. Just,
you're going to burn in hell.
Ever heard of planet Sodom and Gomorrah?
Leviticus says mankind shall not lay with... Wait, he really doesn't say anything about chicks with chicks, so we're good.
Yeah, I remember because that episode was on the other day, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's the day that Beverly is like a total homophobe. Ugh, fucking gross.
It was a very 90s attitude. Well, maybe someday, people can accept this, but I can't do it right now. Or I'm not ready for it right now.
It's disgusting and your life is disgusting.
I'm okay with gay people. Just don't try to fuck me. That's basically the attitude that she had.
Yeah, I'm okay with gays. I just don't want them living next door to me or
which, is
breathing my air.
It doesn't sound like you're okay with it, Beverly.
I mean,
fuck you too.
I totally am. I just don't want to become gay by drinking out of the water fountains or whatever.
One of the excuses that Roddenberry used about for not doing or having a gay character doing a gay episode, or something that just spotlighted that, hey, some people are gay in the future, was that his idea, and this was just his lame excuse of, hey, it's the 80s and 90s and we can't do that right now because
gross.
So they waited until he died to have the androgynous person fuck Riker.
Well, so his excuse was that it's the future, so you just don't talk about it. It's just
it's so normal.
It's such a normal thing that
it's so normal that we won't even show it on camera.
Yeah. Perfectly. But no, if you look at some of his script ideas for the motion picture and then some of his input for Wrath of Khan, is that he actually, there were several scenes, because he was a complete fucking perv according to the book.
No.
Oh yeah, there should be more sex in this episode and maybe some lesbians. That would really show. But he was like, yeah, I'd like.
I'm shooting some scenes back in my hotel.
I'd like some guys and the girls holding hands in the park and maybe some guys holding hands and some chicks holding hands and
Rise was all his idea. Like this, there should be a planet where everybody just fucks each other.
Well, actually, he wanted actually on the Rise episode, his input was,
come on, it's the future.
There needs to be gay shit in the background.
You know what
else?
Need
a sex planet.
Big piles of cocaine. Like just big piles of blow.
It's kind of scary. I mean, and I've talked about this 6 episodes now.
Where's Michelle Nichols? Bring her to me. Like she should be in this episode too.
So yeah,
blow
hookers.
But yeah, I love how we
up with Dabo girls.
I love how we also end Star Trek episodes with dun 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 dun. That's how that's.
That's how you know it's the end.
Yeah. Yes. Dun 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 dun.
The only time it doesn't end like that. No, the only time it doesn't end like that if it's a cliffhanger, and then it's dun.
This isn't the end. It's not the end.
Tune in next week.
For next fall.
season.
Jesus.
So like they kind of go through it and everybody says nice shit about him, except O'Brien, who's just a sneaky Irish fuck. And this is why you can't trust him, and that's why they didn't get jobs when they first came over to this country, because they're fucking rats. They'll sell out anybody. They've been friends.
He did the same thing to his commander from the Cardassian War.
Yeah. The Rutledge.
They've been friends for 8 years. He's like, Worf's a dick, and he killed those people on purpose. Where's my red uniform and pips?
My field commission.
Hey, laddie, he's a total shithead. I never trusted him. Dun, 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 dun. Can't trust the Irish.
Well, at least that's the old Irish saying that I heard from my grandmother.
At least that's the old truth. They'll sell you out. No time flat. Just don't take my Julian.
I thought like O'Brien's testimony is where they would say, why were they cloaked anyways?
Yeah.
Because it's like, obviously you're in the middle of battle, the bird of prey cloaks and something decloaks in front of you. What are you supposed to think?
Yeah. Like, of course, like, what else would it be? I even thought at the end when Cisco was like, and you fired on that event without knowing what it is. Well, what's going to decloak in the middle of a fucking battlefield after 2 ships have been cloaking, shooting at you and decloaking?
Yeah. And why the fuck was a civilian ship cloaked?
It's like, what do you think it's going to be, Cisco?
I could see if they came out of warp right in front of them and then you blasted them away, that'd be different. But decloaked. Fuck them.
And plus, this was, if you think back to Star Trek, Star Trek 3, where they're fighting Lord Krug in orbit around the Genesis planet.
Marty.
And he's looking, he's like, he sees the distortion and there's the tachyon and is like, that, fire. And he shot them just as they came out of cloak.
Great Scott. Genesis.
So it was, it's a tried and true Starfleet tactic. But
oh man, I love Christopher Lloyd.
Great actor.
He's great.
American treasure.
American treasure is correct. And a good Klingon, even though I can't just think about him as Doc Brown. Like somehow he got the DeLorean to break through time and space and ends up on Klingon. And it's like, great Scott, I gotta fucking figure something out. I'm stuck here.
Power trip.
I'm stuck here, Marty.
Yeah.
When in Rome, Marty. And then he just totally blends into being a Klingon. It's all bullshit.
And it's the future, so he's not messing up the timeline.
No, he's not at all. And he's like, hey man, this Klingon stuff is pretty rad. I got this weird
banging that hot Klingon chick in the beginning.
Yeah, I got this hot Klingon chick. I got this cool dog.
Gets her to kill herself? That's
awesome. Was it her name Valkyris?
Something like that.
I looked that up.
She was on screen for like 3 minutes.
And then she done blowed up. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I remember I remember in Starlog magazine when they were showing the publicity photos and the behind the scenes shots or whatever, and they'd always do PR shots of all the cast and stuff in their costumes and the makeup and everything.
Yeah.
And for that one, there's a picture of her in this dramatic pose in front of they always do the generic background so they can like chop it into other promotional shit. But it seemed like they had spent so much time and attention on her character. I thought that going into the movie, oh well, this is going to be a major character.
Yeah.
Oh, guess not. Spoiler alert.
You've seen the data? A pity.
You were a good lay.
Yeah. I love them titties, but you got to go.
You should have swallowed.
That's really what it boiled down to.
Yeah.
Is that the first mention of honor with Klingons? Because he says you'll be remembered with honor, and I can't remember honor being made that big of a deal.
Well, like in the motion picture, the Klingons were barely in that one, right?
Ben, I hate to tell you this, but you're going to know more about that than we do. I mean, I'm going to...
I haven't seen all the TOS episodes, so I don't know if
Justin and the gang out in Twitter land, since I don't check Facebook anymore, get together and prove me wrong that there's
I'm sure it is.
Episode. I can't remember an earlier one.
I'm going to yield to your expertise on this one.
See, I'm going to the group mind now. I'm trying to be more engaging with the audience and talk to them on the Twitters.
It's a trap. He's going to tell you you're wrong. Get out of there.
5, 4, 3, 2. That was way more than a minute. Just putting that out there and not to get off.
Didn't he give him 2 minutes?
No,
for his valiant crew.
No. he does the 1 minute countdown.
Yeah.
On the self-destruct, and then
000 destruct,
and he heads toward his fucking password is worse than 1 2 3. At least 1 2 3, 4. It is a better than.
Come on, baby, say you love me 5, 6, 7 times.
8, 9, 10,
11. That's probably the only time in a song that they actually count to 11.
Yeah.
Besides like Sesame Street or something.
I was going to say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. No, went to 12. Shit.
I just like the count. Like when we used to watch that, it was on all the time, and the count would do his thing. I would stop. Well, like my whole house, it was like a drill. Like we would all stop whatever we were doing and just start stomping.
The count song? Oh,
yeah,
I love it, man.
I love the count song.
It is a fucking badass song.
Yeah, so if he's like, "Why are you doing this?" It's like, because I love the fucking.
No, it's time to move your feet.
The number of the day. That's the number. That's the number.
Stomp, stomp. That's the number. The number of the day. They cut to everybody's feet stomping.
Yeah.
See Big Bird's feet and everything.
So cute. And I like
the count has some nice shoes, man.
Yeah, he's got fly.
He's got those wingtips on.
He's got his shoes cost more than your house. The count. I don't know if
they do.
Know that.
They do.
But I also like it like when it's 0 and nobody stomps, and then you go I love the Count. He's my dude. The Count's one of my favorites, and I love all the Sesame Street like parodies they do. Like the Cookie Monster movies are really good.
Yeah.
So,
I'm so glad that show's surviving.
Dude, it's on HBO now.
Thriving.
Yeah.
It's better now than it ever was.
It's great.
I haven't seen it lately.
Well, because it's on HBO. I think the episodes run on PBS eventually, but
there's like a year or two delay.
But whatever, dude.
The PBS Kids, they have all those shows on all day.
Yeah.
There was never a show though that was very like, oh my God, I missed this week's episode. And
it's not like it's very timely. I mean, 12 is always going to be 12, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like, oh man, what happens after 11? Shit, what are we going to do?
See, you guys are too young.
Spoilers.
Most of the audience is too young because I'm from the Hooper days. Like I remember Mr. Hooper, and I remember when Mr. Hooper died. And
that was in the 80s.
That was that was early 80s. I didn't think that. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
It's like you guys would have been
watching early 80s.
Yeah, I remember I used to watch the shit out of the Electric Company.
I was born in '77, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the early 80s.
Dennis is an old man, Jack.
That's
old,
right.
Sexy man.
That's right.
I was already when Hooper died. I was probably already too old to be watching it. So
now, how are you feeling, Dennis? Because you said the other night you weren't feeling well.
I'm all right. Yeah.
Doing good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, you missed out a fun evening, but I'm glad you're alive.
I hate it. I wish I could have been there.
Dude, we were fucking.
I was working that day on my character too.
I know, that's what was so odd because you know, but the 18th is going to be stellar. It's going to be super fun.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
But yeah, so anyway, so like the lawyer, CeeLo Green, eventually tricks Worf into punching him in the face because like he keeps saying like Worf has something to prove because he's not really Klingon.
You little punk ass bitch.
You a motherfucker. And I feel bad for Worf because like
your son's gonna grow up and think, Dad, what are we?
That's really why he punched him, is because he kept bringing up Alexander. He's like, don't you keep his name out your mouth.
Yeah, don't you talk about my dumbass son.
I don't even talk about him.
Yeah. I just feel bad for Worf because I mean, like, what's he supposed to do? He's like a man without a home, you know?
Yeah.
Because like the humans don't want him and the Klingons don't want him, so he's just kind of an island.
He's like a Ronin.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was a little pissed off about the lawyer with his bullshit. Oh, you said you'd never attack somebody who's unarmed. I'm like, bitch, we got the same arms.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're about to catch these hands again.
And he's talking cash shit about his son. Like, where's the lady? Like, where's the lady jumping in going like, hey, man, what does this have to do with anything? Like,
she's Vulcan. Yeah. Vulcans hate sons.
I didn't think about that.
So it was kind of a biased court. She got a little emotional there or just, what seemed like emotional for a Vulcan.
She got a little, I don't think emotion.
Maybe she's a secret Romulan.
I think, what I think it is with, they don't have emotions, but they get real fucking judgy, the Vulcans.
Which makes her a great judge.
No, I'm just saying.
Their flag should have a high horse on it.
Yeah, totally. Like, they're always like.
Oh, yeah.
They always be gas-facing motherfuckers like, like they get real judgy. They're like you. They're like your space mother-in-laws. Like they just be like, "What you doing?"
They the only reason that they interact with other races is so they can go so primitive.
Yeah, you guys are just the worst.
So fucking primitive.
With your dumb emotions and like, what? Yeah,
is judgy an emotion because
judgy's got to totally be an emotion. God, they be fucking hitting that one all the time.
Yeah. And
be just judging, but it's good stuff.
Yeah, she just
so I guess she's doing the right job, though. At least she's a judge. So.
She sucks.
She didn't feel Vulcan-y to me. I didn't get that creamy Vulcan goodness.
I mean, but she didn't really have anything to do. Like, she doesn't have any cool lines or like says.
The coolest thing she does is ring that bell.
Yeah,
which I wanted to bring up.
I feel this is the forum for it, Ben.
So this goes back to the original series where they've had the bell, which is
obviously a Navy thing.
It is absolutely a Navy thing. But when at certain times they ring the bell, the ship's bell, but then also when certain people come aboard the ship, there's a certain number of bells for a certain rank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like captain gets 4 bells, admiral gets 8 bells. There's your rank will determine ding, 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 ding. And then as you cross the quarterdeck, ding is the stinger. So when they incorporated it into the original series, and then in TNG they've done it. So it's an established thing that they ring the bell at these court martials or these hearings or any kind of these official courts.
Like Captain's Mast, something like that.
But so the first one, when the episode starts, and she's ringing the bell, she does it what I would consider the right way, or that's been established before. She does 6 bells, and so she just does the ding ding, ding ding, ding ding. Okay, fine. Well, when she comes back from her deliberations and she's going to call them to order, she's like ding ding ding, like she's calling them to fucking dinner or something. And I'm like,
come and get it.
There's a certain decorum to the bell that's been established, and then she just does that little ding 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 ding, and I'm like, whoa, calm down,
hey lady.
And it seemed like she's a little too enthusiastic with that to be a Vulcan.
Maybe she just wants to go home.
I think she's annoyed.
She really got to pee. Let's go.
Yo, I got to go potty.
She was her stories were on. That's what her deliberations were, and she was watching Space General Hospital, and they're like, "Oh no, we got more evidence," and she's like, "Fuck!
I got to go watch my stories."
She waits until the commercial and then runs down to the courtroom. Ding 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 ding.
This is one of those with the evil twin.
Do you know how rare those are?
Yeah. Maybe that's what happened here. It was Worf Evil's twin that blew up the ship.
I would love if they used that as defense. No, man, it was my evil twin.
I tried that when I was a kid. I tried to slip.
It worked for Riker.
No, but Riker's twin wasn't evil. He was actually more sensitive and wanted to get married.
He was idealistic.
He was Maquis.
He was Maquis?
That's yeah. When he stole the Defiant.
Thomas?
Yeah. He's doing time in a Cardassian prison.
That's right.
T. Riker.
I forget sometimes. Like
Tom Riker.
That's why I forgot that Thomas Riker is.
Yeah, so did the writers. So it happens.
I can't remember.
They should have broken him out when the Cardassian government fell.
Or any time during the war, or
that would have been a great webisode.
If there had been a web.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
They can still do it.
Why not? I mean, they need to fill all access. Let's make some shows.
Do some animated shorts.
No. Get Jonathan.
These interstitial stories.
Jonathan Frakes. He's older now.
He's too old.
No, he's not. To be old-ass Thomas Riker finally escaping.
I think he's more of a director now at this point. I think he's comfortable with that.
He still does cameos, and so webisode would be perfect.
Word up.
He can show up on the thing.
Now, I don't think Jonathan Frakes does, but I bet Commander Riker has a giant red codpiece that he just wears without clothes. He's like, word up, and it's got the little Starfleet insignia on it, and he's like, word up.
They should sell those on Think Geek.
Oh, let's do it. We'll make it. We'll be rich.
I would buy one in every color.
All 3.
A cameo.
You can sell them as a set, just like
because a Klingon one and a Romulan one.
Oh, now which Romulan are you going to have? The little shoulders, or are you going to do the silver and purple from the original series?
I'm open to any design.
I like the V that points toward your genitals. Anything that points to your genitals, I'm all about.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I guess during the episode, Cisco has pardon me, the guy who changes into water. What's his fucking name?
Odo?
Yeah.
Guy changes into water.
They're all made out of Lego.
You know what I'm talking about, man. The fucking bucket guy.
But the Wonder Twin?
The fucking hot rat.
Zan? Is Zan the one that turns into water?
Yes.
The heavy hot rat.
Yeah, the heavy
Zan and Jaina.
Zan turns into water.
And she turns into some kind of animal.
She turns into animals.
And then she drinks the water. So
she turns into wrong colored animals.
Yeah, they're always
nobody notices.
Yeah.
Why is that fucking monkey purple? I don't know. What are you worried about?
Great Ape tries to fuck her.
I don't see color, okay? Sorry. It doesn't matter to me.
Form of an ice bucket.
Form of water. Form of water.
It's just like
steam.
You can turn into anything that's water based, and she can turn into anything that's animal based, and it's just like
she obviously has the greater power.
Oh yeah, totally. Like Zan sucks.
Like the only reason that he's in the Super Friends is because of her.
And how much water can he turn into? It's not like he can turn into an ocean. He can just turn into like a puddle.
I would think
a man-sized amount of water.
Turn into A bathtub full of water.
So what is he
He
like?
can't turn into the bathtub.
He's like 160 pounds of water.
Yeah, he just turns into the amount of water that fills the bathtub. He's no good.
It's by volume, not by mass.
Yeah, and it's not like if there's a forest fire, he can turn into enough water to put that out. Like he's not big enough. So like if you have like oh no, this trash can's on fire, turn into water, save the day.
It's like Superman, save your freeze breath. I got this one.
This is my pay grade. All right, this is what I'm here for. I'm gonna put out this trash fire. Not a dumpster. Dumpster's too much.
Jaina turns into an elephant and just sucks him up and blows him into the trash can.
Yep. Can't put out a dumpster fire. That's too much for me. It's not. I don't have enough water to cover that.
Yeah.
But like, if you need your car washed, Superman, I'm your guy.
Just a standard tall kitchen trash bag.
Wait a minute.
Trash can.
How big is your car, Superman? Is it a fuel efficient vehicle or is it more of like a luxury sedan?
This is a Supermobile. The Supermobile is kind of big. It's like
luxury sedan I can't do, but I can definitely do Robin's motorcycle probably.
Oh yeah. No problem.
If you're okay with doing one side today and one side tomorrow, like
what's the turnaround rate on this changing into things? Do they have to take a day off? Is there a recovery period, refractory period?
Yeah, I need at least a couple hours to kind of get better because
drink some Gatorade.
I can only turn into so much water, is what I'm saying.
And is some of them more tiring? Like if you turn into steam, does that take more out of you than
whoa. Nothing said. Nobody said anything about steam. That's
no. He can do enough steam to like really fuck up your perm.
Can't do maybe, but I don't know. I can just.
I don't recall him ever turning into steam.
Yeah,
I'm sure he could, but he's always like either ice or
Superman.
water.
Superman, come here.
Like he turned into an ice sled once.
Superman, come here. Your cape's a little wrinkly. Let me turn into some steam real quick and get that out for you. You want a creasy? You want a creasy near Superman? All right, let me get you. All right, you're good. My job is done here. You look good for the photo, Superman. All right.
Green Lantern, your Robin Hood hat is a little wrinkled. Let me take care of that for you.
Wrong one. Nah. That's
Green Lantern doesn't have a hat.
Green Arrow.
Did I say Green Arrow?
Yeah,
I said Green Lantern.
Yeah.
No, okay, I meant Green Arrow. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what you guys need when you come out for the press conference? Maybe a little smoke. Here, I got you. Let me make a little steam so you guys can walk through the crowd for, aesthetics and stuff. Well, but only one guy can come through, so you guys got to pick who's going to come through because I don't have that much. Hang on. Who wants to go through? Don't say Robin because he's always fucking with me.
Yeah. He's always sucking up some of my water.
Oh, hang on. I think we can get him.
I gotta wait till he pees till I can reform back into.
Let me steam up that guy's glasses. That'll put him in some real bad. Look, I got the bad guy.
Like
Look,
Black Manta, they can't find a way to defeat him, so he fogs up his mask.
I fogged up.
Oh no!
I fogged up Penguin's monocle so he can't see. I really saved the day.
With the one eye. No, he fucks up and he steams up Kent's glasses. He takes off his glasses and it's like, oh, shit.
Oh, wait, that's Superman.
Superman, I'm sorry. I thought you were somebody else. His costume is so good. Oh, man.
I will say, have you guys seen the Aquaman trailer?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm excited about in that is Black Manta.
Yeah, he looks cool.
He looks badass. Yeah. Everything else looks kind of dumb.
Is he played by a white guy?
No, he's actually a black guy.
No. Okay, cool.
Hey, you guys hungry? I'll make dinner. Give me that broccoli. I'll steam it real quick. Someone get me a colander.
You got one of them little steam baskets?
Yeah,
it makes it a lot easier.
We can't just live off of broccoli. God damn it.
What about dumplings? You got to cook them a little bit first, though, because I don't have enough steam to cook through the breading. So maybe throw them in the microwave first, and then it'll be the appearance of steam. What about a sauna? Anybody need a sauna real quick? Come on. Make sure don't open your towel, Green Lantern. You're getting kind of weird on me. Take the ring off your penis. There you go. How's that feel on your back, Wonder Woman? Feel nice in the sauna? Yeah. I'm totally worthless here, guys. I really apologize.
Now, were they aliens?
Yes.
Okay. That's why they had the Vulcan ears.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Or they just had really, sad birth defects.
Maybe they were elves.
Purple eyes.
Gleek was their other brother that was born half monkey.
Yes. He's the space monkey Gleek.
They're the same characters who were in Space Ghost, right? but like remade for Super Friends.
I couldn't tell you. That would be cool.
Because there was his boy and girl partners, and they had a space monkey too.
Yeah, but
maybe Space Ghost was like, you know what? I really don't need somebody that turns into water. You're kind of dumb.
Yeah, he had his gauntlet, man. That's all he needed.
I'm gonna
press
give
a couple buttons.
You know, they never showed off their powers on Space Ghost.
Maybe Superman wants you. I don't know. You know, I got a lot of shit going on out here in space. You know,
like I'm too lazy to Google. So could somebody on Twitter check that one, and which came first, Zan and Jaina on the Super Friends or Space Ghost's little sidekicks?
You know, you got, I mean, I know you mean well and all, turn it into steam and stuff, but I mean, we're in space. I mean,
turn to ice steam.
Yeah, you're not really gonna.
Isn't it really?
It's not gonna.
Space Ghost was on from 1966 to 1968, so I'm pretty sure that's before Super Friends because that was a '70s show.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
Super Friends didn't really get Zan and Jane until like the second season, anyway.
Yeah, you're not really gonna do much for me out here in space, you know. And I'm a go. So yeah, why don't you guys hit the road? Go see maybe Super Bacon. I don't know. Kind of stupid anyway.
Does it say what planet they're from, Dennis? Because I know they're in Kingdom Come.
I think they're from the planet Bad Powers. I believe that's the name of the planet.
Oh. Xantos.
Wonder Twins.
You know, I was uncomfortably
aroused
when I noticed and realized that on their shirts, he had a Z and she had a J. And it was for Zan and Jaina.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a stylized. Did not notice that until way later in life.
They're from the planet Exor.
Oh, that's right. God damn it.
They're Exorians. What a stupid power. I'm just going to turn into water.
Any form of water.
Any
animal. Yes.
Any form of water.
Yeah.
You know, if you heat water hot enough, it becomes plasma. So could he become an Einsteinian condensate?
I mean, that's a bit of a stretch, Benjamin.
But it is a form of water.
You know what, though? I'm going to say...
I wouldn't expect anybody whose power was to turn into water to be that super powered at turning into water. Well, like Hydro Man never turned into anything cool.
Well, think about Iceman, though. He's like an Omega
level.
Thing is,
Hydro Man...
Well, Iceman's power isn't to turn into water. It's able to control the energy that molecules have.
And Hydro Man had like endless supplies of water, so he could like turn on his fit, and it was like a fire hose that could knock you over and shit like that. Where like Zan just turns into like a pail of water. So like
a man-sized amount of water.
Oh shit, we spilled something here in the satellite. In the headquarters here, we need a bucket and a mop.
The Legion of Doom. It's like, why is it always wet over here?
That's my plan. I'm going to make the floor slippery. Don't put the sign down. Then when Lex Luthor comes through, he's going to slip and fall, and then we'll catch him.
His specialty was espionage. He'd just be a spill on the floor listening into everybody's evil schemes.
Got you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's like a really bad version of Odo.
Yeah. But at least Odo is awesome because he's like kind of a gray, like private eye detective guy. He can solve crimes and stuff. Whereas
Odo can make you hold his dick. Like he'll reform into Odo and you'll be holding his dick.
And he'll laugh. You're
holding a bag. Yeah.
And be like, ha
ha. Oh, look, there's a hot, heavy rat. I've always wanted to pet one of those.
Yeah. That's my dick.
Shape. Oh no!
And that's what he says as he shapes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
meanwhile, back at the court case.
They find this like little tidbit of information, and I gotta tell you, and I'm gonna admit this freely, I'm not the smartest guy in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
Like I've got a pretty good imagination, and if you want someone to do a 6-minute bit on Zan turning into stupid things that make him useful in the Super Friends, I'm your guy.
I've got a little bit of Zan here.
Yeah, like I'm your guy.
Have a little Zan in us.
If you want me to keep thinking of funny stuff for Zan to turn into so he appears useful, I'm your dude. But when it comes to the resolution of this episode, it kind of went right over my head and I didn't really understand.
Oh, it's real easy.
These people died in a crash.
I got that part
earlier.
I got that.
So then they fake the manifest on this transport to
So
make
they
it seem like.
So they just stuck an empty ship out there.
No, they stuck the dead people from the first crash into the second ship, and then ran a ship full of dead people.
What an unnecessary plan! Like I thought,
because when you scan for bodies and you find them, you're like, oh, look at the tragedy, these dead babies that you killed.
Because like at first I thought Cisco made it sound like it was like some kind of hologram or like illusion or something. I don't know.
Well, that was one of the things that they were, I think one of the early drafts of the script had them faking it. And so it was kind of like that TNG episode where they gave off the ghost image of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to do the same thing with this.
So what you're saying,
ghost ride the ship.
So what you're saying is Alex Jones is like, this is all phony baloney bullshit.
Yeah. Klingon
Alex Jones.
Klingon CeeLo Green was in cahoots with Alex Jones to
frame Worf.
To frame Worf and make the Klingon frogs gay.
Turn the freaking frogs gay. All right, because like I was just trying to figure out. So like they just took this ship that crashed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the people from it.
Though they just took the people from it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they
couldn't have a crash ship flying.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, what did they just beam the whole fucking ship here? So they just took a crash ship that was a different ship than the one that the other people. Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like, did you ever see that movie Millennium?
No.
With Chris Christopherson. And he's a national transportation safety guy or whatever. And there's these plane crashes or whatever.
Look at Dennis and I are making the same face.
Mm-hmm. But basically, what they
were both sucking on our upper lip, going,
"We invent time travel in the future."
That was odd. We're making the same face. Like,
it was a little scary. I had it on both screens.
And that's a face. That's a face of us telling you, like, I haven't seen it, and I don't care to hear about what it is because I'm never gonna watch it.
Okay.
So like.
I'm very familiar with this face.
Social clues. Like you weren't picking up on the social clues. I'm like, no, there's no need, Ben. Like, please. I'm almost asleep. Please stop.
Yeah, for friends on Twitter.
Once you're done, we're going to blow right past it. So just
wrap
it up, B.
They replaced the people, the living people on the planes with like replacements. And they bring the people to the future.
Once you said Chris Christopherson and It's Not a Star Is Born or Blade, I don't care.
Exactly.
Because like I haven't seen many Chris Christopherson movies.
How many movies have you seen that involve an NTSB agent?
I don't even know what an NTSB agent.
National Transportation Safety Board. The guys who
like Flight.
Yeah,
that really bad Denzel Washington movie.
Is that the one where he's the captain?
Yeah, he flies the plane upside down.
And like, cause he's high on cocaine or something.
He's drunk.
It's like training. It's like Training Day, but with a pilot, where he's trying to train a new white pilot, and then he just does weird shit. Cause
he basically tells the guy, "Hey, you're gonna do all the flying today, so I can sleep over here." Until they almost crash.
But then he turns into like a hero because he saves everybody or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of bad.
It didn't look great.
I love Denzel, but that's the only reason why I watched it.
Well, you have to like Denzel.
Yeah. Everybody likes Denzel.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody.
How do you not like Denzel?
Yeah.
I mean, I like Denzel. I want to see Equalizer 2.
Yeah. I want to see Equalizer 1 now that I know that it's
I didn't like the first one that much.
Really?
The series.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of like John Wicky? Like it's that.
I guess so. But I didn't like John Wick either. I never finished watching that movie.
I haven't seen it. I don't know. I like that Keanu Reeves has kind of turned into this like dude that people really enjoy.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Cause like he seems like a really nice dude.
Yeah.
It's not his fault that, The Matrix 2 and 3 were clunkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not his fault that like the more he speaks, the less good he is at acting. You know what I'm saying? Like if you could give Keanu Reeves a movie where he's got like 4 lines, like the first Matrix movie, you're like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's
he would be a great Terminator. Like if he was a Terminator, that would be awesome.
Yeah. And he's super into the stuff that he does, like the John Wick stuff. Like he goes out and practices all this stuff. Like he's like Tom Cruise, but not annoying.
Yeah.
You know, like Tom Cruise does all his own stunts, but like so does Keanu Reeves does it too, but like he's more fun about it. And if you read Keanu Reeves' history, very tragic background.
Mm-hmm.
Like his kid and his like mother's something or other. I don't know. A lot of bad shit happened to Keanu Reeves. But you know what was good that happened to Keanu Reeves?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Point Break as well.
Oh, Point Break, yeah.
And
Well,
the
they're
fact
making.
yeah, go ahead, Ben. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm just they're making a sequel to Bill and Ted. So,
I know.
the third one.
That would be amazing. Like I'm so excited.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, this might be the big break that Keanu needs to revitalize the second half.
Finally be a star.
Career. Yeah.
And you know what's cool too is like the second Bill and Ted's movie is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it.
It's
and it
good.
features a lot of Star Trek references.
Bogus Journey is pretty good. Like everybody talks about Excellent Adventure, but don't sleep on Bogus Journey. Good.
Is George Carlin in that one too?
Perhaps. That's a good question. Let's look. There was a cartoon.
Death is in it.
I remember the cartoon.
I never watched the cartoon.
And then there was a comic series for a while.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that either.
Yes, George Carlin is indeed in it.
Like very limited part though, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I can barely remember him. Wasn't this the one with Station?
They go to hell, right? Like this
and
is
Heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember originally it was Bill and Ted Go to Hell was the title, but the studio had to change it.
I don't know, man. I like this. I like this Bill and Ted. I'm excited for more Bill and Ted.
Those kids have a future.
Not so much the other guy.
No, not so much Bill.
Bill Esquire.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Bill
I guess
Preston.
He's done some stuff, right?
Yeah.
Alex Winter.
Mm-hmm. He was in Lost Boys.
He was great in Lost Boys.
Mm-hmm.
What has he done past 1992?
Why are you asking me?
Why is this got to be why you got to run this man's dirty laundry out right now?
He's done some stuff.
If he just quit acting, that's fine.
No, he
directed a movie.
So he's like Jonathan Frakes. He's behind the scenes now.
He directed a movie called Fever. He directed some of Jimmy Kimmel Live. He directed Dirty Famous, a TV movie. The Andy Milonakis Show. He directed that. TV movie director, executive producer, Ben 10, Race Against Time. Bones TV series. He appeared in that. Saul of the Mole Men. I don't know what that is. That's an Adult Swim cartoon. He was an actor in that. Ben 10 director, Blue Mountain State director. So he directed a bunch of TV shows.
Yep, cartoons.
Directed some music videos. Directed a couple Red Hot Chili Peppers videos. He directed the Ice Cube video for Who's the Mac.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Directed 2 Helmet videos. I love Helmet. He was in The Theater. He was in The King and I and Peter Pan, but that was in the 70s, so I guess he was a replacement. So I guess that doesn't really count as what he did after.
He was a little kid back then.
Yeah. But yeah, he was in Bill and Ted's. Were you in Bill and Ted's, Dennis?
No, I'm just, he just kind of disappeared, so I didn't know what happened to him.
Wait, you said he was in the stage production of Peter Pan in the 70s.
No, he was actually at a grocery store stocking Peter Pan peanut butter. I'm sorry.
No, but I'm just, so that means that it's quite.
We're all out of Peter Pan.
Did he play?
Right there, dude.
So he's played a Lost Boy twice, possibly.
Bogus, yeah, maybe. I think he was a replacement though. He played. He was a replacement for Louis Linnaeus, I guess. No, and then the Broadway revival. He was an actor as John Darling.
Oh.
So
I don't know who that is. That's probably one of Lost Boys.
I don't give a shit.
Maybe. Or is that Wendy's brother?
I like Wendy's.
Yeah, she's Wendy Darling, so John Darling, and then the other
brother.
kid.
Yeah.
I'm excited that there may be more Bill and Ted.
Yep.
Yeah, because you never know. A lot of times they say these things are being made and they just never happen for some reason.
Well, the Patreons will hear about something else that's being made after this episode.
A giant turd. So let's what do you guys to give the episodes, bros? And then like after they have that, then there's like a party, and then Cisco's like, well, if you're going to be captain someday, and this just makes me want to watch a Worf captain TV show. Like, I feel like they're setting that up and it never comes. I want Captain Worf.
Yeah.
So
this is cool because this is like a Picard moment.
Yeah.
Like Picard would always have these little sessions where he chastises somebody, but then tells them, I still think you're good. So I'm going to let it slide this time.
He's a great leader.
Yeah.
We had him for too short a season.
Yeah.
Don't mention that. Terrible episode.
And then it ends. Dun, 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 dun. So what happens? How do you guys think? What do you think? Tell me.
I give it an 8.
An 8?
I liked it a lot. Mm-hmm. It was real good. I like Run Canada.
I feel pretty good about my decision on what to score it then after Dennis's 8.
How does Dennis's score affect yours?
Because Ben always thinks that I go the opposite way that he does.
Yeah. I was feeling bad about wanting to give it a 7.5 and was actually thinking about giving it a 7. So
why would you feel bad?
Don't let it affect your game, man.
Well, no, I mean, I didn't want to be the outlier because I really enjoyed the episode. The way the talk to the camera stuff that they did was really cool, I thought. And the way that they would be telling the story and then go right into the action of the
then just give it a 7.5 then.
I am.
Nice. Don't let Dennis intimidate you.
Ben, you've always got to give a dissertation with your scores for some reason.
You know what? Let's leave Ben alone. He's our friend.
I'm just trying to kick him while he's down.
Don't kick Ben. Ben's our friend, please.
That way I can pick him back up later.
Yeah, we can. I'm going to I liked the episode. I'm going to give it a 7. Like, it was good. It wasn't great. It didn't drag, which was, I was happy. Like, it moved along well. And I think, like you were saying, the way they talked to the camera, I thought helped speed things up and didn't. Because, I mean, like, I wasn't looking forward to, like, a whole episode of flashbacks. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, great, they're going to have to show us what happened. This is going to be boring. But they did a good job with it. And I liked the fact that, like, I love the fact that Julian uttered the line, "Have you ever seen the wormhole open?" Because I think he was talking about all of their vaginas and anuses.
That's one of my favorite scenes.
I'm going to penetrate you. That's what he's basically saying. Like, hey, Dabo girl, I'm going to penetrate you.
And that was basically Quark advertising how many hot-ass Dabo girls he has to this prosecutor just in case he wants to come down and visit.
No, it wasn't. And they all have a name that rhymes.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Matilda. It was Badilda. No, it wasn't Badilda. It was Grunhilda. No.
I still love the. Oh wait, that wasn't Dr. Bashir. It was Morn.
Yeah.
And then he said.
Yeah, and then they cut him off. Yes. Yeah, so I really enjoy. I like the episode. At first, when I saw it was like a courtroom setting, I was like, oh no. But they did a good job.
Yep.
And I didn't have to care about anyone being sentient or not. Like, I thought that was cool for a change.
We're here to prove if Worf is human.
I'm not human. I'm Klingon.
No, Worf. Let the court decide.
Like, that was really neat that it didn't have to involve, like, me caring about a robot. Like, I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So
An overacting robot.
An overacting robot.
Bleep, blop, bloop, blop.
A robot who doesn't do the robot because it's too on the nose for him.
Yeah.
God, let me just one last comment since we're talking about that sumbitch. Reading the book, the 50-Year Voyage, whenever he makes comments, he's trying so fucking hard to be funny.
I know.
So I was talking to Shat, that's what I call William Shatner, and I said, and it's like, shut up.
Yeah, have you ever seen his Twitter account?
No.
Yes, I used to follow him until I blocked him.
I don't follow him. I think I find Brett or whatever, what's his name? Brent
Spiner.
But I find Brent Spiner just revolting.
Insufferable, I think, is the best word for him.
Tedious. He got to be a point of tedious.
I just find him so aggravating. And, like, after watching him, like, not be nice to people and then try to sleaze up on Manny's lady friend at the time in New Jersey where he gave her an autograph for free, you're like, this guy's a scuzz bucket. Like, hey, she looks high. I'm going to talk to her. What's up?
Yeah. Looks high?
They say don't judge a book by its cover, but this well-worn tome can be.
You're really funny, Dennis. This is why I love you so much. All right, let's go away, and we'll be back next week with more episodes. I have a friend who's an avid listener named James who wants to review the episode with us. So he's going to come on next week and review the episode with us. And he's even volunteered, which could help later on, to do Voyager with us. Because he likes Voyager, so we might need one of those.
Have to put him on the wheel
No, he might be like a constant on Voyager. Because that way, like if we skip, it won't be a big deal.
He'll be doing the episode by himself.
Oh man, I got diarrhea again.
Yeah.
Why do you have diarrhea every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday.
We need like a B crew to bring in, the night shift to do those episodes we don't want to do.
It's like the Harry Kim shows up. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm here. What's up?" That's me.
Oh god, I got some stuff about that for the Patreons.
What, Harry Kim?
Oh yeah,
I heard some dicky things about him. So let's go. We'll be back. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.